You don't want no beef with. You don't want no beef with.
Man, talk to me wild like they ain't try to be down. Like when y'all 12, you wasn't trying to be Kyle. Copy my style and show it to their friends and try to say that it's them, but y'all know what this is. Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Cabin so big it can see my house. Then again, my view is too stupid, bruh, for real. Don't forget to get about who really do this, bruh, for real.
Go closer, you like a lot of to the clipping in the holster like it's supposed to be closer than your chauffeur, Costa Nostra. Stick up to your nose, this ruler stone. Out on the corner, chilling out. Ice grilling my mouth. Shout out to soldiers, not pulling the out to show you, but the brains over the rover. They put a coat over the stain, cause for the day we whipping your rain. So you're hitting the bank. Don't forget that the game coded in polars. California best.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings.
Will Reichert, the kickoff for the Vikings.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. And he'll get ahead for about 3. On the first play from scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Against 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6. They'll stick with him again. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down. That one caught. He finds Golden.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Play action now. Jackson. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. That one good for 26 yards.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
2nd down. Jackson. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
On third down, Jackson. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
For third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball.
A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Ravens. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Here to begin the drive. He's going to let this one go deep. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
Yeah, a little predictable there. You feel like you just gave up points, and the first thing you want to do is you just want to answer back, and you try to get it all in one play. Nice job by the defensive coordinator understanding the deep shot was coming, having the right call there. So offensively, just take what's there. You're not going to get all those points back in one play. Take your time, take what's there, sustain the drive.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, Minnesota.
First down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They take this forward for about 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 4. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
18 yards on the pickup there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
That's another.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job.
And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Vikings.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie-ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7, as they kick it off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now Jackson on the move. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Jackson now on second down. To the right side here, pass is caught. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
3rd and short, Jackson. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running right. We get this to about midfield. And it's Percy Butler to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Forced to his right. That's to the sideline, reeled in by Golden.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
From 29, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun, they'll try to run it, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson moving outside the pocket. That is hard. What a job to keep the play alive. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens move out to a 14-7 lead.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
to kick this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And the Vikings
18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
47-yard line.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Y'all can't talk about basic.
Try again. It's second and 10.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside of 35.
And the Vikings
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
From the 24 now, here's second down and a yard.
Cowboy 80.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this.
Okay, ready?
A good spot here, second and a yard.
Viking 18.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
Of 4 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
To the ground, a first down run. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Here's a second and 9.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it third and 2.
Here's third and 2. We'll try to get this one on the ground. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for first and goal.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one caught for 4. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Minnesota. And his second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
Back to throw, Jackson. Downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now a single, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now, Jackson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. And time for one more snap here in this first half.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
2nd and 10. Again, it's Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. 2nd half is underway. To throw here to begin the drive. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, but we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, falling away, what a throw. He drops it in there. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
And the Vikings.
A big play for Minnesota. 32 yards.
33-yard line.
Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. He's trying to get on the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of
22 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Minnesota.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
At the 4-yard line.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings
Ball
up 2nd
a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. His 4th TD grab of the season. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now it goes to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. And then even in the cases they don't create great separation, like it's their size, their catch radius, it's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Down as he kicks this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL might do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Yeah, so what I like here is it's not only a really good play call, but it was really well executed by the quarterback. So they used the bootleg to get their quarterback out of the pocket, change the launch point, and then they pair that with a really nice concept downfield. He uncovers, wide open, nice conversion.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. He's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
3rd and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
4th down, Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the Ravens first down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
Ravens first down.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
To the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Go.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's the safety, Percy Butler.
All right, Mike. File file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything. Because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Well, the best screenplays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
That is brought in! And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
And the Vikings.
It's a big play when they needed it the most.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A pickup of 44 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Minnesota. 3 touchdowns for him. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 on the season. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Completed Golden on the RPO. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Second down. Jackson. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson on the move. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Baltimore.
Real quick, Ray.
Jackson up top again. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Let's go.
Travel start on the ground, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
2-yard loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Got a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Now 2nd and inches. Here's Jackson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Got his man at the 6. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
28 more yards.
Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
He'll run, and this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the two-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
From the gun, Jackson. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30. With one timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So a win here for the Vikings. They bounce